Welcome, welcome everyone. Waiting for Instagram to get going. I might need to have to close some things over here for that to work. Hold on. Okay. Hello. Are you assuming, do you ever sleep? It feels like you never sleep. You're always on. It doesn't matter what time of day I'm on. I mean, not that I'm complaining, but geez. Okay, hey, Instagram, you're here. Hello, Facebook. Hello, everyone. So, we are here on day 8, and the dragon that has come for y'all today, she is not messing around. Very obvious that I just woke up, that's funny. It's very obvious that the dragon energy going on right now is, dragons don't really get irritated, so there's not however you would describe the highest dimensional version of irritated. That's what has been coming through in my meditations and just the channelings and conversations with other people that I know that are tuned in to this level of energy. So the transformation, hello everyone, the transformation that you've been going on over the last 8 days of working with the dragons, this is not your typical 10, 11 day challenge, right? So I didn't put this into a special Facebook group. I didn't, none of that. I've just been going live on both my Instagram and my Facebook to get everyone on the same level energetically. And we've done tons and tons of clearings, and now it's time to move into activation. So we did a bunch of clearings over the last few days. We've gotten our chakras completely aligned. We've integrated the knowing that we had accessible when we started all of this on 11/13. Anything that was needing to be embodied into you has now done so. You've been completely cleansed of all karmic input from previous lives. You've been completely bathed in divine feminine light, allowing for your creations to be able to be manifest. And now you are going to be being activated in your dragon light body by pure peace, love, and transformation. I'm glad to be awake for an activation. Awesome. So you need to be very opened up to transcendental love. This means multi-dimensional love and to full enlightenment and to purify the heart. Purity of heart brings peace, hope, and joy. So purity of heart is more than just your intention of you wanting to serve the world. Purity of heart is also your ability to receive that same level that you want to give other people. So let's just start by showing you guys this badass dragon. So this is the Lilac fire dragon. She does not mess around. She loves the hell out of you. I think of her as honestly, this is the way that my dragon shows up to me a lot. She shows up a lot kind of as this just I think about Olympic trainers. When I see this dragon, I think about Olympic trainers or any professional athlete, the trainer that has to train a professional athlete that has so much love and just wants so much for you to be joyful and hopes that you do the best, but has to kick your ass. You are paying them, it's their job to transform you into the amazing athlete that you want to be. That's what an Olympic trainer does, right? They love the hell out of their athletes that they're training. But a lot of the time, they have to give them that tough love. They have to give them that fucking sucked, do it again, right? So that's what I think about when I think about the Lilac Fire Dragon, is This is why I say, like, there's no more messing around. There's no more pussyfooting around this. We're on day 8 of 11, which means that we've got 3 more of these. Yeah, Thursday, Friday. You guys might be getting an extra day because the last day is going to be on Saturday or on Sunday. So you're actually going to get 4 more. I guess I should have said of 12. Anyway, you'll just get an extra bonus one on Sunday, I guess. But, because the last one's going to be Kuan Yin Dragon. So the Lilac Fire Dragon transmutes through the power of divine love. Open up to transcendent love and enlightenment. Purity of heart brings peace, hope, and joy. So that's what she is. So the divine violet flame, the lilac fire, if you have ever worked with Saint Germain, the violet flame of transmutation, that's the lilac fire of source energy. So these lilac fire dragons, they are 5th dimensional, meaning that they are very, very close to the earth consciousness, especially right now that 3D consciousness is on the way out. 5D has come completely pouring in since 11/11. The lilac fire dragons are doing a bunch of work right now, activating everybody to get on board with their actual level that energetically. So what happens is that energetically you're able to hold these visions. Energetically, you're able to imagine $1 billion in your bank account. Energetically, you can imagine signing all of your book deals and being awarded, #1 bestseller. Energetically, you can see yourself accepting a Nobel Peace Prize. Energetically, you can see creating a world-changing invention. Energetically, in the causal plane, which we activated and aligned yesterday with the Silver Lunar Dragon, in that space, all of you guys have these huge, giant energy fields, which is why you can imagine so much and why your visualization is huge, why you understand so much of these metaphysics, why you understand on an intellectual level how all of this is supposed to work. Okay, it's because your energy field is actually capable of holding all of this right now. If it wasn't, you wouldn't be able to dream that big. The difference, and I've been pushing it, and I'm going to keep pushing it until it gets through into your guys' brains, into your bones, into your hearts, into your souls. The reason why these visions do not physicalize in your physical reality of this dimension, in this time and space, in this timeline right now, is only because you do not know your worth. As in, you do not fully and totally, with every fiber of your being, believe that you are worthy of receiving those dreams. Okay? And all of that comes down to self-love and self-worth. You can have 1,000 million people. You could want to help 1 billion people by the time you die. But you will never be able to do that if you do not believe that you yourself are worth also having everything you want to give other people. And you can dream all day long about the things that you want to receive, but you will never, ever, ever manifest it in reality until you know that you have enough value to give that would merit you receiving those dreams. That's what it really comes down to. You don't believe, you don't know, you don't trust that you have that much value to give that would merit you receiving all the big dreams that you hold in your energy field. It's the reason why most of my clients are holding million, if not multi-million-dollar visions in their head, and yet are only making middle 5-figure months. Because there is a discord between what you are capable of imagining and holding in your energetic field and what you actually believe in your bones, in your physical plane, you are worthy of receiving. And that discord will happen until the day you die, until you fully activate in your dragon DNA, because that is when you are simultaneously in this physical realm manifesting on demand and also being able to hold this high octane energy. You love yourself and your life so much that you know that you have so much value to give, that you will continue to create and you will continue to give and you will continue to do all these things for the betterment of the planet, for the ascension of Gaia, for the ascension of the human race. And because you are willing to give and give and give, because you know that what you have has value, you know that what you're presenting is valuable, you will then also open the floodgates to receive everything that you want to dream. And that all comes down to knowing your worth, not just being confident that one day it's going to happen and that you've placed your catalog order form to the universe and that it's going to arrive one day. It's knowing your worth in this moment so solidly that you are filled with peace, hope, and joy. And the second you think about it, it manifests. That's the level that we're going to, is instant manifestation of, I want a cupcake, and it happening. Because your good karma is so built up in the positive direction that it just manifests. That's where metaphysics are going. That's what I mean by we're no longer doing the first half of the tarot journey anymore, going from Fool to Tower back to Fool over and over again. We're going from Tower all the way to the world and back again, over and over and over and over and over. And that only happens when you know your worth. So when the Lilac Fire Dragon comes in, for any reading, for any person, and the fact that she's coming in for the whole group is saying, she comes in and she says, stop fucking around. Stop playing small. Stop pretending that you are not worth every single thing that you dream. Stop realizing that, it's a very simple solution. The solution is very simple. The solution is, know that you are worth the sun, the moon, the stars, the wheel, the fortune in the world. You are worth the whole universe. You are God. You are source energy. You are the all. You are the infinite. You have always existed. You will always exist. Know that in your bones. Know that in every cell, in every fiber, in every quantum photon of your being. Know it. Love yourself. Do not fall back into the prey of polarity consciousness. Know it, own it, tell that story. Tell the story of how it was so simple and easy for you to move from one space to another. But you don't want it to be easy. You're addicted to victim consciousness. You're addicted to it being hard. You are addicted to this idea that I don't get to earn it unless I own my hard. I have to own my hard to earn my happy. It can't just be easy. It can't just come to me. That is the biggest difference. It is so easy. It is so easy to change your life. It is so easy to have me sing you a song and have your entire field cleaned. It is simple. It's a very simple process that I take my clients on. And it can be so easy. But because you don't think you're worth it being easy, it's going to be hard. It's going to be a long, painful labor. It's not going to be a 1 hour, 2 hour labor where you can't even tell that you're in labor yet until you're in transition and then you're pushing and then it's over. No. You're going to make this a 20-hour labor. You're going to make this a 48-hour labor. You're going to make this drawn out, long process where you go in between active labor and passive labor and it starts and stalls and you're stalling your and then you're going and then right when you're about to push, you freak out and you say no and then you're having this urge to push and you're just stuck and you're stuck and you refuse to go into transition and you refuse to push the baby out and you make it long and hard and you're just waiting for someone to come in there and just cut you open and rip it out. But unlike a physical baby, there is no C-section option for you when it comes to birthing your dragon. You have to do this the natural way. You have to go through the labor pains. You have to activate and turn on every cell of that dragon light body and push out your highest self into this dimension. And it can be so easy, and it can be so pleasurable, and it can be full of so much love and beauty and light and transformation. But you want to make it hard because that's what you think you deserve. You think you deserve hard because that's what you've been told your whole life. But it's bullshit. And that's what the Lilac Fire Dragon comes in to tell you, that this all can be done with love. Transmutes through the power of divine love. The act of birthing is the greatest act of love that there is, to go through that physical change in your body to birth out a new being. Whether that new being is a new program, whether that new being is your book, whether that new being is your political race, whether that new being is your musical career, whether that new being is an actual baby or a business or a nonprofit or any of these things that you want to birth. It can be really easy, but you're addicted to hard. Every single one of you is addicted to hard. And that's what I mean by the dragon energy right now is irritated or annoyed, even though dragons don't really get that way. They are giving each one of you this beautiful clearing, this beautiful pathway. They have been sitting here like this. Come on in this way. You want to do all these great things this way. And I can feel each single one of you staring like you peek in, and then you get totally freaked out and you run the other way. It's like you've gone down this staircase and you've followed the clues and ooh, what's down here? And you get to the bottom and you can hear the music, you can hear the jamming. Ooh, is that? Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Yes. And you're just jamming on the outside of the fucking door. You would rather pretend like the door is locked when it's not. The door is not locked. You just refuse to open it. You refuse to open it because you think, oh my God, it can't be so easy as just opening the door and walking through. Can't be so easy as just allowing these voices to be sent through my physical field. It can't be so easy that my entire karmic wheel has been cleansed through one session, because that goes against everything you've ever been taught. But everything that we've ever been taught got thrown out the window on 11/11. And if you've been paying attention, I'm not the only person that's been saying that. Every single astrological chart, every single clearing, every medium, everything that I have been encountering has said we got a master reset on 11/11, but y'all don't believe it. Y'all would rather try to go back to the way it was. Well, there is no going back. Transmutation, transfiguration, complete and total change of your entire reality is what's occurring right now, and it's what you've always wanted. Everything that you've ever desired and ever dreamed of is right there on the other side of the door, and you are too fucking scared to grab it because you don't think you deserve it, because you don't know in your bones that you are worth not only what you can conceive of right now, but what's on the other side of what your multi-billion-dollar level wants to do. Because if you can imagine yourself as a multi-billionaire very easily without your field freaking out, that means in 1 or 2 sessions, you can know what multi-billionaire version of you wants, which right now you can't even conceive of, because it's going to be too hard for you to ever be a multi-billionaire, because you can't believe that you deserve for it to happen in 12 months or less, because that would be insane. That would be impossible. Dragons are impossible. Dragons are magic. Dragons are source energy. Your excuses are boring. I am bored by the level of excuses that I've been receiving from people for why they can't do this right here and right now. Stop with the bullshit excuse that you are not worth it. You are important. What you have to say is important. The hard work that you have to put in, that you are being an entitled little brat about right now, because you want it to just be given to you. No mother ever birthed a baby without hard fucking work. It's hard work to be pregnant. It's hard work to give birth. It's hard work to take care of a newborn. Get the fuck over yourself right now. You are not entitled to have those dreams, but you do fucking deserve them. Do you understand the difference? You are not entitled to have your dreams given to you, but you absolutely fucking deserve to have them be achieved through your hard work, through your sacrifice, through your trust. And hard work, not meaning that it's going to be hard to get there. It can be fast. It can be in 15 minutes. When I say hard work, I'm not talking about a long period of time. When you're sitting there with your Olympic trainer, all you have to do is 3 sets of 5 reps. Shouldn't be that difficult, right? But how many of you have watched like a video of one of your friends doing one of these things where they're like, I had to do this 4 other times and it fucking sucked, right? They're sitting there with the barbells and they're lifting and they're trying to get stronger, and all they had to do was 3 sets of 5 reps. Simple, simple, simple. Not easy. So stop waiting for everything to be easy. And stop thinking everything has to be super fucking hard too. Like, it's about balance, guys. 1111 brought in the end of polarity consciousness. It's no longer either or. It's both and. It's both the simplest, easiest thing on the entire fucking planet, while also being the hardest, most complicated equation you have ever looked at. And all it takes is for you to know that you deserve to put in the effort necessary for your dreams to come true. Because your effort might be taking yourself to Starbucks when you don't want to because you're breaking out. Your effort might be just posting a comment on somebody's blog post that then gets you your book deal. Your effort might be, calling into the radio station and actually getting through when some famous rock star is in the station and they end up booking you on a gig. I don't know what's going to happen in your life. The actions are terrifying. They're massively terrifying. That doesn't mean that they're massive actions. They can be small, tiny, little fucking actions, but they terrify you. And that's what makes them hard. And all you have to know is that you are worth it. You have to know that you are worth the moment of pain, the small, tiny little moment of pain that's going to allow you to burst into pleasure. When I gave birth to my daughter, I was in active labor for only 45 minutes. I was in transition for about 5, and I pursed her out in 2 pushes, not having any idea that I was that close to giving birth. That's why it was an unplanned, unassisted birth, because I had no idea that I was that close to delivering her when I had called my midwife the hour before. That my midwife didn't even make it in time. Because my previous 2 births were over 24 hours long. My previous birth, my active labor, was over 4 hours. But with her, it was under, I probably went into labor around 1 o'clock in the morning, and she was born before 5 a.m. And it was really hard for about 20 minutes. And then she was born, and I was completely rushed with all of the happy hormones, and everything was perfect and beautiful, and we got to have this gorgeous postpartum period together, and it was the catalyst that changed the whole rest of my life. My entire life was changed. Not the first time I became a mom, because of course it was, and not the second time, because it was then too. But who I am today happened because I knew in my bones that I was capable of birthing my daughter and didn't need anybody else except for all the training that I was given. And I had my husband pushing on my back. I had one person in the room giving me support. And all he was really doing was holding space for me while I did the work. Okay? The Lilac Fire Dragon, that's what she's doing. She's encompassing you in this circle of transformative transmutation, violet flames of transfiguration that Saint Germain holds, and is allowing you to open up to transcendent love and enlightenment. Purity of heart brings peace, hope, and joy. When you are pure of heart, as in you are purely giving of yourself and also purely receiving for yourself, because it's both and. Yin yang, together, unity, infinity. It's not either or anymore. So I want to read a little bit right here about her, and then we're going to do the invocation. So as I said, these dragons are 5th dimension. However, they can reach into the 9th dimension and access the awesome lilac fire of source, which is a new energy recently graced to earth. This carries transcendent love as well as enlightenment. When these dragons pour their lilac fire over and through us, we are bathed in divine feminine light, which has the power to dissolve all lower energies in pure love and bring us peace, hope, and joy. It also bathes us in the higher divine qualities of wisdoms, agape, and oneness. Having this energy in our aura may even allow us to experience bliss and ecstasy. So this is what I mean. You go through the violet flame, you push through. When you're giving birth, you actually push, and there's this moment where they call it the ring of fire. It's when the crowning is happening, and it really does feel like fire all in your vagina. It burns like hell. And then you push her out, and the second that baby slips, and you just rush. Like, literally, there's something called orgasmic birth. I'm pretty sure I experienced it, even though I wasn't trying to, where that final push of relief, that release of, okay, that ring of fire is no longer there. All of you who have been having such a hard time for years, it's because you're hanging out in the goddamn ring of fire. Because that's what you think you deserve. And yeah, I'm getting really lit up and probably seem a little agitated right now. I am so fucking bored of watching the same cycle go on and on and on. That's why when she pulled up, I was like, perfect. Now I get to let my fire dragon out. I get to call each one of you out on your fucking bullshit that's been going on. While you're sitting here trying to say that I tried this and I tried that and I've done this and I've done that. You don't fucking believe you deserve all the shit that you want. Until you know that you deserve it, then get the fuck out. Just go back to the way that your life used to be. Just go back to being turned off. Go back to being depressed. Go back to complaining all the time. Stop being inside of the ring of fire, trying to take other people through transformation that you don't even think that you deserve yourself. Fuck off with that. That is hypocrisy. And it's what 95% of you fucking coaches are doing, and it's bullshit. Because you are dimming the light of not only yourself, but every single one of your clients when you refuse to go to the next level, when you refuse to go through that transformation, when you refuse to do the terrifying fucking action that is necessary for you to do, even if that action is writing 4 letters. That's it. 4 little letters, 3 letters, yes. If all that is you picking up the phone, if all that is you setting a boundary and actually fucking keeping it for once and not slipping back into it. If all that takes is for you to say, you know what, this is fucking crazy, but I know in my bones that once I do this, my life is going to be so changed that I won't even be able to recognize it, and therefore I won't be able to go back to it. When you can't recognize where you came from, you can't go back to it. And all of you guys still can recognize it. All of you are still connected. All of you still have your own story. All of you are still trying to save your old self instead of focusing on working, on perfecting and creating and crafting your divine essence here in 3rd dimension. Your dragon self is ready to be birthed. And you would rather hang out in the ring of fire than push through to the final level and have that ecstasy and have that bliss and have those hormones rushing through your body where you realize that you have full night. You can see what it is your Grammy Award winner self dreams about at night. You can see what your Prime Minister self dreams about at night. Because all you can do right now is see yourself as them, but you haven't been able to put yourself into their reality yet. And that's what you can do when you finally realize that you deserve it. You're not entitled to it, but you do deserve it. It takes hard work, but it's really that easy. Once you figure out the formula of It's never going to be the same. You're never going to not be changing. You're never not going to be shifting. You're never not going to be going through some sort of radical change, because that's what this earth needs. We need radical change. We need fast change. We need people who are able to go through a quantum leap, get their, okay, don't rest on any laurels and go again and go back in and keep getting into that boxing ring, keep getting the shit beat out of you and come back out. People who are willing to birth over and over and over again until they reach this capacity where they're not feeling the ring of fire. They're just popping new consciousness and popping out babies, and it's super easy. As we all know, analogies eventually all break down, but that's where you have to get. So many of you are still birthing this slow, painful way, when once you get it, like, talk to a mom who's had like five or more kids. They just like fall out eventually. It's just like, poof, just happens. That's where you'll finally get to with everything that you want to create and craft, but you're so addicted to it being hard that you'd rather be sitting here crying and whining and woe is me, and going back to, well, I remember in 2015, and oh, I remember in 2018, and oh, well, just 6 months ago. Shut the fuck up. Time doesn't exist. You are now. You are here. You are now. You are being transmuted. You are being enveloped. You are being activated. And unless you think that you deserve for it to stick, it's not going to stick. I will tell you that right now. You're 100% right with that. If you don't believe and know that you are worth it sticking, then absolutely no clearing, no healing, no activation that you've ever received will ever stick. And once again, feel free to go back to where you came from, because clearly you would rather live in that space than the amazing space that is waiting for you. Clearly, it's so obvious that you would rather bitch, moan, and act like an entitled little brat than actually go through the level of Olympic training that you have been asking for, because you don't think you deserve the gold medal. You don't think you actually deserve the gold medal. You don't think you actually deserve to be the world record holder. You want it, but you don't think you deserve it. So you're just going to sit here and kind of do the lesson, kind of train, but not really. You're going to have way more cheat days than you're supposed to. You're not going to follow the regiment exactly. You're not going to do the homework that was given to you when it was given to you. You're going to put it off a little while, even though now we're on the synchronistic grid. So when your coach gives you an assignment on Tuesday, that shit better be done by the time you go to bed, or you've missed it. You can't do what your coach gave you on Tuesday on a Friday, because the synchronistic grid is here and now, because time doesn't exist. The portals that were open on Tuesday are closed by Friday. And if you have to sit here and decide and feel into it, you can't trust your intuition anyway. It's completely fucked right now. Your intuition is hopped up on victim consciousness. That's why I say stop understanding and start embodying, start feeling into your body where these things happen, because more times than not, you're going to figure out that either you're not feeling anything and you're moving from just like memory, or that it actually feels kind of gross, but you're doing it anyway. Instead of terror, the terror that comes from jumping out of an airplane. When you jump out of an airplane for the first time, there is someone strapped to your back, and you are terrified, and yet you trust fully that the person on the back of you doesn't want to die either. So you lean back, you look up, and you scream bloody murder all the way down, the same way that a mom giving birth screams the whole time that she's pushing. Not a scream of pain, but a scream of, I am all that is powerful, hear me roar. And she roars, and a new being is born. And when a new baby is born, two beings are born. Even if the mom's been a mom 100 times. Okay, maybe not 100, that'd be a lot. Even if it's her 10th baby, that 10th baby has now created a 10th version of the mom, and probably the 100th, because each one of the babies, as they grow, rebirth. This is the cycle of rebirth over and over and over and over and over again. The only difference is that when you're a dragon, you don't go through the labor pains. When you're a dragon, you don't collapse. When you're fully in your dragon light body, you don't have this ascension sickness. You don't have these moments of collapsing. You are so turned on that you can't wait to expand and have the next giant orgasm of your life and sustain and hold that? Because then something bigger is going to happen and going to be bigger. It's no longer like this. No, you're just like this, and then you learn how to hold at this level, and then you learn how to hold at this level, and then 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 eventually you're holding the entire world. And then once enough of us are holding the whole world, we can throw it up and help Sophia Gaia ascend into the 7th dimension, which is the entire fucking point. Yeah? Okay. Whew, this one's like, she's fiery. This Lilac Fire Dragon. I mean, of course, she's the Lilac Fire Dragon. Like I said, whenever I've pulled her in my own readings for myself and in readings for clients, she's the I love you so much, I'm going to kick your ass dragon. Okay? Just like an Olympic trainer. I love you so much, do that again, it sucked. Okay, do you guys like give me some hearts and some loves and some like smileys if you understand what I mean? Like, this is only out of love. It's purely and totally one of these heart to heart. We need to have a conversation because you're not in integrity with what you're asking for. You say you want this, but your actions say this. You envision this, but your action does this. You have the capacity to hold multiple millions of dollars, but you choose to remain addicted to the fact that you can only get about $100 at a time into your bank account. So, guidance. When you choose this card, a Lilac Fire Dragon will touch you with the incredible 9th dimensional light. So call it in and ask it to touch you. As it approaches, you breathe in divine love and sense the lilac fire enveloping you. This will enable you to let go of old easily and calmly and graciously. Notice particularly how you feel when this dragon touches you and sense the purity of the love that it radiates. Ask this dragon to remain with you to anchor the glorious light of the lilac fire and take you into a new and illumined way of being. When you do this, the love radiating from your heart will become purer and more beautiful. People will sense this and respond with trust, respect, and gratitude. Consciously work with this beautiful dragon and notice a difference it makes in your life and the quality of love of those around you. Of quality of love around you. So the Lilac Fire Dragon, once again, we're going to be calling her in. We're going to be doing this right here where it says to call in and ask the Lilac Fire Dragon to touch you. As it approaches, you breathe in divine love and sense the lilac fire enveloping you. This will enable you to let go of the old easily, calmly, and graciously. Because once you finally get it, once your muscle memory finally kicks in as an Olympic athlete, and I love that Vanessa just popped on. Once your memory kicks in as an Olympic athlete, as a professional athlete, it takes a whole lot to go back to doing it wrong. But it was really hard to learn how to do it right. Okay, how to flex this birthing muscle, essentially. This birthing of higher consciousness, this birthing of new consciousness, of no longer searching and making sure what you're doing is right, but you're just laser focused and you're just doing it. When you're going down the ski slope at 1,000 miles an hour or however fast they're going, they're not focused on anything else except for hearing their trainer in their head and remembering that. Or when a woman is birthing, all she's remembering is her birth classes. All she's listening to is her doula while the doula's talking. That's all you can focus on. And that's that laser focus that more of us need. And this Lilac Fire Dragon is going to blast through and pretty much create you a wall of lilac fire. A channel of lilac fire where you're just, you know what, I'm only focused on the thing ahead of me. I'm no longer going to get distracted. I'm not going to seek other people. I'm not going to seek anything else. What I want is this, and I will do everything no matter what. I am doing whatever it takes, no matter what, by putting forth extraordinary effort every day until I do, and I'm not going to get distracted. I have a trainer. All you need is one good trainer. Olympic athletes aren't going around having 7 different coaches. Olympic athletes aren't going to, the spin class here and then the this over there and hopefully train that yoga class over there. No, they are putting themselves all in to one person and trusting that person with their lives and jumping out of the airplane with that person. Okay? So let's let this lilac fire dragon do her job. Let's let her easily burn away the old paradigm, anything left that's lingering. Let's have her easily envelop you with divine feminine love, with purity, with hope, with ecstasy and bliss, so that you can more easily go through these trying times. Because some people, it's really hard to do those three sets of 5 reps or whatever, but eventually it gets easier, right? And then what happens? Your trainer puts on the next level weight. That's why I'm saying don't get comfortable. You have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Your life doesn't get to go back to being super simple, because when it was simple, you were depressed. You were suicidal. When it was simple, you were angry. When it was simple and you didn't know all this stuff about consciousness and gods and dragons and magic and astrology, you wanted to literally kill yourself. So why are you still addicted to that way of thinking? I say it's time to be done. I say that right here, right now, you own and know it in your bones, in your guts, in any area that you need to know it. You know it. That this clearing, this healing, this activation is what will absolutely change your life. And all it takes is for you to believe that you deserve your life to change. So with that, go ahead and close your eyes. Get grounded in your space. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Out through your mouth. In through your nose again. Out through your mouth. So I want you to just imagine this lilac fire dragon coming into your space. She's coming to touch you. It's very powerful. 9th dimensional energy coming to completely wash you and bathe you in divine feminine light, to burn up, to cauterize and consume all of the lower vibrations in your field that you are still allowing back in. You get cleansed and you let it back in. You get healed, you let it back in, because you think you deserve suffering, and you do not deserve to suffer. You deserve to thrive. You deserve to fly. You deserve all of your dreams and more that you can't even currently imagine. So stop playing small. Stop pretending like you're an entitled little spoiled brat, and instead act like the sovereign warrior empress that you truly are, who is here to birth a new paradigm on this planet. So feel this lilac fire dragon coming into the space, and I just want you to be consumed by the fire. Go through the ring of fire and come out the other side filled with ecstasy and bliss. That is my gift to you. Ecstasy and bliss. Nice deep breathing. Oh, via mia no amara, eyo vivi oro aveara, vueve a Dios. Okay, come back when you're ready. I told you she was fired up. Man, she was not having any lower density. Right there where I got like super fast and super intense, I could just feel her like, no, everybody keeps trying to hold on to this crap. Like, no, I'm taking it, I'm transmuting it. You don't get a choice. I'm taking over. That's what that really intense part right there was, her just being like, no. My brain didn't even like get to have any say in that because it started trying to do the little inner chat that sometimes happen, and I was just, no lower vibrations were going to come through during that channeling. So whew, that's what I mean by an activation. Like turned on, really like high energy. My whole body's got chills, super hot, versus sometimes when I do these, I'm really, really freezing cold afterwards. Biohacking. Okay. Does anybody have any comments, questions, concerns? Nothing? Anything? So many of you guys are so quiet. I see you all watching. Let's see. Homework wise, I'm just getting, there's no more, it's no more Mrs. Nice Girl. When those old thought patterns are starting to come back, it's a bitch. Okay? It's a bitch. Shut the fuck up. I'm not listening to you anymore. No. Put the drink down. No, I don't want any. You can put the needle away now because you are no longer, as of this moment. Now, if you decide in 5 minutes that you start listening to the chatter, then obviously that's changed. But as of this moment, you are not available for negative self-talk, and you are not available for low density. It all comes down to you believing that you deserve to continue to hold this vibration. Okay? This is what I mean by it's this simple. It can be this simple and this easy. Because as of right now, because the only thing that exists is right now, you've been completely reset. As of right now, you are at the highest level of vibration frequency you are capable of. And all you have to do is believe and know that you deserve to continue to hold this vibration in your body. And then continue to do it. Which is, of course, easier said than done when you haven't been trained. So, no comments. Yay. Oh, yes, Emma says yay. Okay, perfect. I hope you guys all have a beautiful day, and I will see you back here for day 9. Okay, bye. Do, do, do.